Okay, so I'm back and ready to assemble my card. And you probably noticed when you cut this out that there was this oval and probably wondered what in the heck I was thinking. Well, this is actually for the assembly. And because if you noticed on the sample, the popcorn kind of looked like it was spilling over the edge. That's because when you slide this in, it sort of does go over the edge, and it keeps it in as well as making it look more realistic. So what I'm going to do is actually put the popcorn on this part before we adhere it to this part. And to adhere my popcorn, because it's so dimensional, you need a liquid glue, something like your tape runners or things like that is not going to work for this. So I use the Aleene's Fast Grab Tacky Glue. I like it. It holds it really well on contact, but it stays wet enough, long enough for you to move it around and really get it where you want it to go. So just put a big old glob of it on there, and for the bottom parts you don't need it to be quite as thick. But we want to make sure the most important thing is that we're going to cover up that entire edge. And we also want a nice shape so that it's going to look kind of natural the way it would in a popcorn box. So just kind of be aware of that as you're going along. And put your pieces down. Like I said, really pile on the glue and make kind of an elongated looking oval shape here as you're piling it on. And the nice thing about this glue is that you can move it, whereas with the tape runners, once you stick it on there, you're pretty much stuck with it where you put it. But this is going to work really well. It doesn't have to be the Aleene's. I did not try it with Elmer's, but I suspect that would work just as well. Any white glue that you have that's going to dry clear. And I'm just making my pile of popcorn here, using up all the pieces and just kind of layering it. And you might want to work with it, pick one up, stick one under, so that you really get the look that you want. Just make sure that you cover up all the white areas. That's just the most important thing. And I kind of like the way that looks. Now we're going to test it here and see, and that's going to look pretty good, I think. So now the next thing to do is to attach it to here. And for this, I am going to use my tape runner, but I'm going to go right along the top only and just get it really on those scallops. Just don't stick it to your work surface, but get it just on those scallops and just below. And then, whoops, see, I've moved that a little bit already. Then when you adhere this, it'll just be adhered right there, and the rest of it will slide in and slide right down over it so it looks really natural. Now I'm going to let that dry, and before you actually stick it in. But when you're done, set that aside and let that dry. The last thing to do is to adhere your words. I cut them in black, and then I ran them through my Xyron Create a sticker. It's the Xyron 150. It's the greatest little thing for small pieces. You just stick it right in there. It pulls out here, and it's totally scrapbook safe. And for little words like this, it works great. So that's the last thing to do, is just adhere that. And then if you check the blog post, you'll see several of my little ideas for sayings that you can put right in here to use with it. And I hope you enjoy it. Pop yourself some popcorn and go give it a try. Thanks. Bye-bye.